Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing my feelings of overwhelm with you about all of the book clubs and buddy reads that I agreed to do this month, or I'm hoping to do this month, on top of my Rochester TBF challenge. First, my mom sent me this new mug. It's hot as hell, of course, because I'm using it for hot tea. But she mailed it to me. Nice. What I'm drinking? A tea from my Sips by box last month, and I think it's not the zest tea, but it's an Energize a year to verdict infusion or something like that. But it's really good. It's got spearmint in it and then lots of other things that are supposed to boost energy, which is probably not the best thing for me to be drinking after the sun goes down. But here we are, being hard-headed. No surprise to my mom. I will also try to be more mindful, or be mindful of not snacking while I'm talking. That didn't count. Okay. So, as we all know, I am in multiple book clubs, some of which meet, various times, but most of which meet monthly. The Yelp Rochester Book Club just met in March, and it's quarterly, thank goodness. So, I don't have to have whatever that book is read until June, I think, and I don't even know what it is right now. So, let's not even think about that one. So, let's see. For a buddy read with Books with Bubbly, Cindy, we are going to read for April the final revival of Opal and Nev. So my understanding of this book from reading the jacket is that it is basically the history of this woman named Opal, who is kind of an Afro-punk musician, singer, and she meets this rock singer, Neville, in the 70s, and they decide to pair up. And this book is their story, and it's told from like an interview style, so kind of think of the Daisy Jones book, which I loved. I loved that book. So I'm hoping that this one is at least as good as that, but it sounds like there are some things that will be pretty different. Like, for example, it sounds like Opal is a black punk musician, and that doesn't go over well for all the audiences, as you might imagine, in the 70s. So I'm excited to read that with Cindy for a buddy read. For Read Women, so Read Women is a book club that started in real life and then stopped and now has picked back up. We meet monthly, and our fearless leader, Ash, was a librarian in Rochester, and she moved to Nashville. So that's where she is now as a librarian, working in, I believe, like a rock archive or something. I'm not totally sure. She could tell you. And so every other month, we meet every month, but some months we read the same book, and some months we just get together and talk about whatever we're already reading. Well, last month we read The House on Mango Street, and then this month we decided, instead of reading on our own, which would have been great for me, we decided to read the same book. And the book that we picked is Honey Girl. So I'd already chosen this one from my book of the month back in February. So it's been on my TBR, but honestly, I had it down on my third shelf of the TBR with no intention of reading it anytime soon because I have all these other things to read. But this one, if I'm understanding, there might not be enough light in here now. My phone just went into low battery mode. Bring the ring light closer. Hopefully it's not too dark. Can you guys see me? Can you see me? Anyway, Honey Girl. It is about a woman who goes to Vegas and gets married really fast to this woman that she just met, and now they're in New York City and they have to figure out if they're going to stay married or something like that. But anyway, that is for my Read Women book club for April. For the Read Harder challenge, so Read Harder is a book challenge put out by Book Riot every year, or for the last few years, and my friend Sarah from Sarah Says Read and I host a monthly discussion about 2 of the categories every month for just a local group. We're not associated with Book Riot at all. And so the 2 categories this month are a book that includes a beloved pet that doesn't die, and a book with a cover that you hate. So I love the ones that are like not too specific, like a book with a cover that you hate. I could pick any book for that. And what are you going to do? Tell me I don't hate it? Forget you. Anyway, so that one's going to be easy, and I'll probably use something I've already read. And then the other one, I'm going to use The House in the Cerulean Sea, because there is a cat that everybody loves in that book, and he lives through the whole thing. So that's wonderful. So that one is check and check for Read Harder Rochester. Phew. Then Boozy and her book club discussion. So that's Boozy's Sugar Daddy book club. She is doing 2 books again for April. Those are The Lost Apothecary, and you can see this is just the sleeve, because I started this last month and it was fine. It's kind of interesting, and also I was kind of not interested. It's told in the now, and a woman who is really struggling. Her marriage is having some trouble, and the then, when there is an apothecary that helps women who are in trouble to kill their husbands. So I think it will be interesting. I think it'll come together in an interesting way. And I think the book discussion will be interesting, because women love to talk about what they would and wouldn't do to their terrible husbands. So I think it's going to be a good discussion. I'm excited to finish it, but it's not at the top of my priority list. The other one for Boozy, because again, she picked 2 again, was A Woman Is No Man. I've heard so many great things about this. I have no idea what it's about. On the inside, the patrons at our library system can mark in it, excellent, couldn't put it down, good but sad, great read, thought-provoking, highly recommended. So, sounds good. Where I come from, we keep these stories to ourselves. To tell them to the outside world is unheard of, dangerous, the ultimate shame. So it looks like something's happening in 1990 in Palestine, and then something's happening in 2008 in Brooklyn. Set in an America at once foreign to many and staggeringly close at hand, A Woman Is No Man is a story of culture and honor, secrets and betrayal, love and violence. It is an ultimate glimpse into a controlling and closed cultural world, and a universal tale about family and the way silence and shame can destroy those who have sworn to protect. So that is A Woman Is No Man. Those are the 2 books for Boozy's book club for April. And then I just recently joined a new buddy read book club online system called The Chapter. The Chapter. CHAPTR. CHAPTR, yeah. And the buddy read for April is, or for now, because I don't think it has to be just for 1 month, chats are open anytime, is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn. You know the one I mean. I don't know the whole title. It's not the Evelyn Hugo one. It's the one that came out similarly around the same time. Deaths of Evelyn something. I will put it here. I don't have it yet. So I think I'm going to do an audiobook. That will be easier. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 book club, book discussion books, whatever I'm planning to do for April, while also trying to barrel through 25 or so books for the Rochester Teen Book Festival challenge that I'm doing for myself. So we'll see what happens. I also wanted to share with you, see what you thought about my new, so this is one of those cigar boxes that I showed you guys a few months ago. And I painted it, adorned it, and I'm thinking I might put drink tea or drink me on the front. What do you guys think? I don't know. I also have a latch to put on the front. It still smells like the cigars. So I'm also a little bit worried about putting my tea sachets in there because they're, paper, and I don't want the cedar smell to get in there in the tea. I don't know if that would work, if that will happen or not, but we'll see. So that's a lot, and my phone's about to die. So I will see you guys. That's not what I say. What do I say? I'll catch you on the next one.